Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is November 3rd. It's a Friday, and we have a lot to talk about. A lot of good college football, a lot of good NFL this weekend. We've got Sean Stillers playing on Thursday night as we are recording. So, let's just get into it. Sean, give us your we got Sean Max here as always. I got the full squad, but Sean, your Stillers are playing tonight. Let's give a quick synopsis of what you think is going to happen tonight.
Stinks. Just not going to be fun football. It's going to be a lot of punts. It's going to be a lot of 3-and-outs. I don't think either team moves the ball that well. First to that 20-24 points, maybe wins. Might not even get to that much. I think we'll handle Levis all right. He looked good last week, but I think it'll be hard to stay that consistent. He's playing on the road at night there. D hasn't been the problem at all for the Steelers, but I have absolutely no hopes for the offense. When they try to push the ball down the field, it doesn't go well. And they, 2nd and 10 run for 1 yard. And guess what? They don't get the 3rd and 9 or the 3rd and 10. So I feel bad that all the public has to watch that. So I'm going to watch it. I'm excited to watch it, but it is not going to be exciting football.
Yeah.
I feel like it's homework.
That's fair. I think you guys will definitely pull it out. Like you said, Levis, great game, but don't know if he can hold that too, especially in Pittsburgh at night. So I went to a Monday night game in there, and it gets loud. So I think I know that crowd will still be rolling, even though it might be a little boring ball, but I think y'all will pull it out.
Mm-hmm. When get the fire candidate chats, kind of get everyone up and get the juices flowing a little bit.
Well, maybe he's listening. Maybe he'll do something tonight.
But... Yeah, I saw a report. They're like, "Hey, we might move him from the press box to the field. Change things up." Like, yeah, that'll do it.
That'll help him see.
A jet sweep for a loss looks better from down there than it does from up above.
Hey, maybe you got some fans in there that'll get in his ear and maybe just change his mind and he'll make some good calls. Who knows? Like a 3rd and 1, maybe they'll run it.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we'll see. Definitely going to be a under kind of game. So be that guy who throws $10 and literally puts under on every single prop and wins like 10 to win like 35 G's. So it's one of those games where might be worth going the under. I don't know. The only one I'll say is I like Deontay Johnson. Maybe look at his props. I feel like he's kind of in a good form right now since he's been back.
Just figure out shit is. My mom just texted me and said, "What is the over under for the game?" So I'll also let her know it is way too high.
Yeah. Just bet the under. It doesn't matter. I dig it. All right. Well, shit. Yeah, we've got college football. We've got pro football. We've got a lot to talk about. I mean, looking at last week's slate, Max and I did not do super hot on the college football front. Looks like, Sean went a nice 3-1-1 in the NFL. Max went 2-3. And we'll just keep moving on and we won't talk about how I did. So we'll just be better. And maybe less concern about the numbies and more just instinct. Let's just feel it out this week. I don't know. We're gonna wing it, see how it goes. But
always good to be changing up the strategy, halfway through the season.
Hey, I mean, fire the OC. I mean, don't even get me started.
whatever gets the boys, whatever gets locker room going.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, shit. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get into some college football picks. Good little slate here. Looking at it, I mean, we got even some good games tonight. Not to get into those, but TCU, Texas Tech, Wake Forest, Duke, some good games. We've got BC and Syracuse tomorrow, and then we've got what probably would have been game day if you look at it maybe 6-8 months from now, would have been Notre Dame Clemson at noon. That might have potentially been a game day game, but then you look at LSU Bama being a night game. You've got A&M Ole Miss, great game. Kansas State Texas should be a good one. So it looks like it's an even spread across noon to 8 o'clock. So it'll be a nice steady weekend, not a crazy one where you're watching 6 games at once and then left with, kind of a downer period. So good little slate. And yeah, good. Notre Dame, Clemson. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, but -3 is a tight one. So I guess
Yeah.
let's just get in the picks. I went 2-1, so I guess I'm leading. We'll just do snake draft. Gonna
Mhm.
start us off. I try not to think too much this time. Just try not to do too much. Let's just take what we know. Um, and to be honest with you, I really do think Notre Dame can beat Clemson. I think they'll beat them by 3. It's completely a trap game. I could be eating my words. I think a lot of people like Clemson +3 or a Clemson money line. I'll tell you the only way they win this game is some cock sucking bullshit from the refs or some bullshit tip interception. Like I see Clemson getting away with it if something random happens. They've looked terrible. Notre Dame hasn't looked bad in the last couple games. I think they've looked really solid. They beat the shit out of Pitt last week.
I was just gonna say congratulations to both of you for beating Pitt.
Yeah, 58-7. So I think they're in a good stride.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah, but I think Notre Dame's in a good headspace right now. I think it is a trap game, 1000%. I think Clemson will play it close, but it's a field goal. So let's just homer pick Notre Dame -3. Just keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Yep. So I guess we'll go
Next,
Matt.
go ahead. I didn't submit my picks last week, so I'll take three.
Yep. Sean will take the back end of the snaky snake.
Fair enough. I'm gonna roll with the team we haven't really talked about since they lost to Oklahoma, and that's Texas playing Kansas State, and they're at -4. I don't know why. They're still a very solid team. We questioned if they were one of the best before they lost to Oklahoma, and -4 seems a little disrespectful. Kansas State is ranked, but still, I mean, it's Texas. They are going to go there and just dog on them. I mean, I think it is.
It's at Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Even better.
Yeah.
I thought it was at the Little Apple. But
That's a tough place to play for the basketball. Football, I don't know how much that changes.
Yeah. Max, I not only I love that pick. I might see that later. But I'll go take my first pick to another fun college town. And that is Piscataway, New Jersey. Give me the State School of New Jersey, Rutgers, to cover 18.5. They're not a bad football team this year. And I think their defense, numbers wise, looks above average. There's nothing about, I think Ohio State can beat every single team, but they're not, the Ohio State of the last few years that are just going to, whoop you 44-14 or something. I just don't, even if it's a 17-point win, I cover this. There's nothing about Ohio State on the road that makes me feel, I don't know why after the Wisconsin game, they then get this line. I think we all kind of saw that that they're going to struggle a little bit and come out with a win. But give me Rutgers plus 18.5.
I was going to say, I like that a lot. I've played way too many Ohio State, fading Ohio State on these covers, and it is almost always within half a point. Maryland got me Wisconsin last week at 14.5. So I was like, all right, that's like the only principle I had coming into this week was just don't do Rutgers, but I will on Saturday morning most definitely be playing Rutgers. That's a noon game too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
CBS.
So, yeah. It takes Ohio State a little slow to warm up, and then they forget that they have Marvin Harrison, and then they're like, oh shit. We should just throw to him every play on third and whatever. So so I like that. Let's see. Well, Sean, you're back up.
All right. Go ahead and I'll take another noon game. I got Ole Miss going up against Texas A&M. Ole Miss quietly 7-1. I believe they technically could still win the SEC West. They'll have a matchup against Alabama. Maybe it's next week, maybe after. But I think they handle their business at home against a mid Texas A&M team. And plus, it's just a field goal. So push not the worst thing in the world, but I do think they win this by at least a score. So Ole Miss -3 over TAMU.
I like that a lot.
I eyeballed that. I also eyeballed that over. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Definitely
Mhm.
be one where they kind of shock you and it's like 48 and you're like, fuck. But I do like that over. Shoot. I'm gonna throw out a dog. Well, as well, another dog. Because Georgia, they're just not too impressive right now. And Mizzou, I'm gonna give them one more shot. If they fucking throw another pick six to ruin my cover, I'm gonna flip shit. But plus 15 is just too much. I think Mizzou's still a very solid team. Georgia has its holes here and there and kind of aren't the team they've been for the past 3 years, just dogging everyone. So I like that plus 15 a lot.
I like that a lot. I thought about playing that one. It's one of those that's like,
Mm.
why is it 15? It's almost like a second guessing where it's like, how is this a top? Like, don't tell me this is the game that Georgia gets their shit together and just beat. Like, I'm tired of like looking at Georgia with these whack ass lines and them not covering. They don't have a great cover record if you look at it. Um, and so it's one of those games where it's like, come on, like they got to drop one of these games. Like they're not that good. And I don't know, is Brock Powers, what's his status?
Oh, he's out for likely the end of the season. If he comes back, it's for probably the CFP.
Yeah, I mean Georgia's 2-5-1 against the spread. I mean, give me that all fucking day. Maybe even a sprinky on the money line.
Yeah.
Get you back on my but yeah. I'm gonna go. I don't want to preview both my picks and give them away, but I'm gonna go with some overs here as my last two, assuming that they don't get selected. Max on the Kansas State Texas game. Love that game. I'm definitely going over 49.5. I don't know. I think this is like one of those games where it's like 31-28, and we're just like, oh shit, like it's only in the third quarter. Like, what are we
Yeah,
doing? Like, how did we not play that over at 49.5? So I'll take the
a
Texas.
Fox game at noon easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just a principal bet right there.
Yep, exactly. Don't overthink it. And the fact that it was 49.5, I was just like, I was expecting like a 56.5, maybe like between 56 and 59, like right under 60. I was like, there's no way. So yeah, just give me,
Texas could easily self cover. I feel like, dude,
yeah,
it's like
Yeah, they might drop to
14,
37.
yep.
And you
And
almost all the way
K-State,
there.
yeah, and I think K-State will hang in at least for a bit. So like I think I could see them putting up like 21. So like you're telling me that like a 30-21, like that's easy. Like I think
I think Texas is definitely putting up more.
yeah.
So
So I think well, and what we talked about a couple weeks ago, where it was like these teams like in Oklahoma, like a Florida State, where it's like, hey, you could probably go undefeated as long as you don't shit the bed, but you better beat the piss out of people. Texas is looking at it now like, oh shit, I mean,
yep.
kind of even with Oklahoma. Oklahoma might not, they could drop another game. So like Texas is looking at it at a one loss, good loss to Oklahoma, however you want to put it. I mean, Texas can just roll the rest of the time, and maybe they sneak in at a 4, potentially 5-6 kind of spot. So I think they got to run up the score just to do that. So like the points there. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I guess since it is my pick, I mean, that worked out. I was trying to think. I guess I don't understand a snake on a Thursday night, but yeah, I'll go with another over. Bama LSU over 61.5. I think Bama's defense they're good, not the way they are usually. And I think Jaden Daniels, LSU is just they're on a roll on the scoring front. And so I don't think Saban's gonna get blown out. I don't think LSU gets blown out. I think even if it is like a 48-14 Bama route, if we're still looking at over 60.5. So just barely. Not to say I think that's the
Yeah,
score.
I mean LSU will at least score like 26 points or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. Yeah, like a
They might
35.
give up way
Yeah,
more, but
yeah, I could see like a 35-28 or something like that. So I'm just gonna try and play with some points here and then go a little homer on Notre Dame. So
Nice. And yeah, to your point on that Texas game, just like Oklahoma has Oklahoma State, so Oklahoma State's completely turned around since their first. I think they lost two straight to start the season, and they could easily upset Oklahoma. So that's just another reason
yep.
for that. But I'm not going to pick that, but a +6 for Oak State. Don't hate it. It's in Stillwater. What I am going to do, and Sean, I'm sorry. It's going to be FSU minus 21 and a half against Pitt. I mean, FSU is a way better team than Notre Dame. That's all.
I was gonna
That's
say
all
I'm
it
mad I didn't take Notre Dame minus 20.5 after watching that ass kicking. Sorry.
Jesus.
That's all.
That's completely fair.
Where's the
I
poop
would
emoji? Can you put the poop emoji in this chat?
I honestly, yeah, I don't know why that line is that number. Like it just feels too. I mean, that Pitt is a team that's quit. Like they got their win against Louisville, so they got to celebrate homecoming, and then they have absolutely quit on Narduzzi, and especially after he threw his players under the bus post game last week.
Yeah, that was
FSU is
That was
everything.
bad.
FSU's good. They're going to be throwing style points out there. They got to make sure that if their strength of schedule isn't that good, that they're at least dominating these teams, which
exactly.
they likely will do. Unfortunately, but well, hey, if I got to hop off the pit train, it's a good thing to have a couple teams in your bag because quietly the Virginia Tech Hokies have been playing fantastic football. And
Oh,
conspiracy theorist here, get a little crazy, but technically are not out of the conference championship run or going to the conference championship game in the ACC. And that would continue by beating Louisville this weekend. Now, I don't know if they're going to beat Louisville, but the defense is playing really well. They got a linebacker who's probably going to get drafted, and drones. There might be a few drone strikes. Well, I don't. We don't get political on this show, but Kyron Jones, maybe a couple touchdowns or strikes on Saturday. So give me the Virginia Tech Hokies plus 9.5. Plus, I can't even make that bet here, so I'll at least take it on the show.
I love it.
I like that.
Fuck.
Did a lot. I know. Let's see. Any other honorable mentions? Anything else that you guys were looking at? Maybe things that you're gonna probably play that maybe didn't make the top three.
Like probably a state +6. I don't know. +6 seems a little too short, but I'm still gonna do it. I think Stillwater will be nuts, and I like it.
Okay.
I also had
Maybe Utah minus 10.5, kind of after they got embarrassed by Arizona State, or excuse me, after they got embarrassed by US. Who was it? Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah. Either
Utah.
way, Utah lost big last week, so I'd just be betting a nice little get right game against a 2-6 Arizona State team.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I
Yes.
got let's see. I like Oregon minus 24.5 against Cal.
Yeah. Oh, I like the over in Bedlam. It's just a fun one.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
said already.
What time is that game? I'm trying to
3:30.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was looking for it. Yeah, always good for an over in Bedlam. There was one. Let me see. I kind of like Maryland plus 8.5 against Penn State.
Penn State's kind of doo-doo.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. That was like Penn State was like a cover machine, and then they started hitting some good teams. Well, they basically hit Ohio State, and it was like, oh shit, okay, maybe we won't cover every game.
So yeah, isn't that great?
Another one, I probably won't do the spread. I'm hoping maybe it comes down a point, but I like Nebraska against Michigan State. I like the money line there. There's one other one I was looking at. Oh, Max, more just to get your opinion on this because 13 points against BYU is a lot of points to get. And I like West Virginia. I think they're a good team, but this team, almost no matter who they play, I just don't feel like, unless they're playing Youngstown State or something, 13, I feel like they just keep games close. So 13 is just seems like a lot for this West Virginia team.
Yeah, I mean they just beat the shit out of UCF, which UCF isn't that great of a team, although they held in with Oklahoma, and so I I don't know. BYU, they're not a bad team, and neither are we. I think it's gonna be a good game. I kind of like that over 48 and a half. We put up 48 against UCF alone, and BYU with Slovis. You know, we got a little the guys that were there for last year's backyard brawl are still have a little hate towards that man. So I think 13 is a lot. I completely agree. Um, I'm still gonna do it. Just fuck it. And if anything, I'm just gonna like parlay at minus 500 with something like maybe like Oak State just for fun or something. I know. But I think we'll win. I think we could. I think we can cover. Yes, it is a lot though.
So one bet I've been looking at that I like a lot in those never mind. I'll finish my sentence, but I like the halftime full time. Like when you get in that like 10 minus 10 or so range, you can do like a halftime full time for like a little bit better juice. So it's just them to lead at half and then win the game. So I always like kind of doing those. Like I forget, I had one a couple weeks ago where it was just, I think it was like it was like Bama, Ohio State, and like Michigan. And it wasn't crazy. It was like plus 101, but you know, they were each up by like 2 touchdowns at half and one. So
Right.
they got West Virginia at minus 235. So not ideal, but all right. Well, that's a good little college football wrap. I'll throw one last one out there if Sean's gonna start doing some Virginia stuff. The Dukes playing the James Madison Dukes playing a big game against Georgia State this weekend. I'm trying to pull up their odds since can't get it on DraftKings. I think they were minus like 3, minus 5.5. So not gonna say that I necessarily agree with 5.5. Definitely gonna take a money line. I like the first half, like a halftime full time, maybe for JMU. I think they win. It's gonna be close. 5.5 is such a pain in the ass, but we've talked about it. 5.5 means that if it goes to overtime, we get a touchdown, 6 points. So I mean, to me, honestly, there's not a huge difference between 5.5 and 4.5 in college. NFL, we've realized that they've done more like go for 2 kind of bullshit. So I've realized that I've noticed that the numbers and the spreads are a little wonkier than they normally are, just because now everyone's going for 2 and like random field goals to like get a field goal that get the ball. Like, I don't know. Numbers, Vegas is working hard, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, so good college football slate here. Should be a good day. Nice to have Notre Dame at noon against Clemson, and then we can kind of enjoy the rest of the games there. So expecting to find a bar and watch the noon games. A lot of good games at noon. I like a good noon slate.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, all right. From college to pro, we are working with a pretty solid week. Sean, like I said earlier, Sean 3-1-1 leading us. Max, the couple nice wins on Cincinnati and the Jets, Giants under. Sean with Denver outright winner, a push on the Jets, and then Miami, New England, and Minnesota, Green Bay over and under. So let's just get into the picks. Sean, where are you going? Number 1 on the favorites list.
Sorry to mute. There's like crazy loud ambulance. I don't know if it's coming through, but it seems loud. I will go on the favorites. I mean, I don't feel good about this, but give me the Brownies minus 7.5. I think I don't think the Clayton Tune Arizona Cardinals are going to put many points on the board, if at all. Arizona's defense is not that good. Yeah, the PJ Walker and all them, but they were scoring. They're probably averaging 20 points or so a game, even with no matter what quarterback they have out there. So I feel like that line should just be a little bit higher, really kind of handicapping how probably bad this Cardinals team will look. And I don't know, this looks kind of low to me. So I'll take the Browns minus. I got it 7.5 here. I think it was at 8, but it looks like it's maybe been bet down a little bit.
Yeah, I see 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
Love it. Yeah, I mean they traded Josh Dobbs too, so I mean he really wasn't doing too bad, but going full in, I like that. I'm conflicted because I really want to do Vegas minus 1.5 against the Giants. Just kind of like a narrative play, new coach, whole different scheme and stuff. But I will still be taking that. But for pod's sake, give me Eagles -3 against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Cowboys are a very solid team. But Eagles, they had they were close against the Commies. Commies almost got them in that overtime game, then beat the fuck out of them. But who'd they lose to?
Who?
Who'd the Eagles, who's the Eagles one loss?
The Jets.
Jets.
Jet. Yeah. That's a solid ass defense, so I can't really blame them. But yeah, Eagles have just looked so fucking good every single game besides the Jets. And give me that all day. -3. Cowboys are frauds. Dak's gonna have like a pick or two. And Eagles defense is no joke too. So give me that all day.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
That should just be a really fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. 428. It's nice when I feel like some of the 4 o'clock games have been snoozers, and so it's nice that we've got a nice, oh shit, we got what, 5? Oh my God, how many? One? Oh, we got the 9:30 game in Frankfurt, Germany. That's why I was like, why do we only have 3 4 o'clock games? But that makes sense. All right. Yeah, I'm really torn between the Falcons -4 against the Vikings with Josh Dobbs. I just don't know if he's gonna be ready. I think Justin.
No, it's going to be the Hall that's starting.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaron Hall.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So like I
Wait,
was
yeah, that's what you were talking about. Right?
I don't know if it really matters. I mean, you got Heineke starting, right? So I think I'm more on the Heineke hype train than I am the Jaron Hall hype
He's a
train.
professional quarterback.
But this guy, this is when this motherfucking goddamn Joe fucking Burrow, this is when he starts turning on stuff. This is when he starts messing with. I got the orange, I got the black. I'm in the Bengals gear right now. Joe Burrow, the fucking Bengals coming back. I think the Bills are a bunch of bums. Honestly, I think they're just gonna choke in the playoffs if they get there. I think this is right at the same time where Joe Burrow starts to make that turn. And I can almost guarantee that on Monday, we're going to be watching First Take, Speak Now, whatever morning talk show you watch. It's going to be, is Joe Burrow the guy? Are the Bengals finally where they need to be? And is Josh Allen for real? And yeah, it's a complete overreaction. But I think this is the time where the Bengals start rolling. They get their shit together. -2. Nothing crazy. And honestly, it looks like a dog weekend when we're talking about the NFL slate, to be honest. I did not find a lot of favorites I liked. It was literally the Falcons, I like the Eagles one, Bengals, and then Sean, I like your Browns one as well. It's just those are like every single one of these favorites are kind of scary at this moment in time. So
I agree.
who do I rely on? Who do I rely on? Who do I trust right now in a dog or in a favorite situation? It's Joe Burrow. So give me the Bengals -2. Make it easy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm gonna do that and counter back with a dog. Not gonna be anything sexy on the dog front. but I think this team's been pretty disrespected. And I hate to do it going against family ties, but give me the Seahawks +6 against the Ravens. I think Ravens are good. I think they're rolling. It's not a pretty line. I think the Seahawks are being slightly disrespected, but there are some other good. There's a lot of good other kind of closer underdogs, but I feel like just in that game, 6 is a lot. And I feel like that's going to be like a Justin Tucker kicks a field goal that's 50 plus with 3 seconds left to win by a field goal. So
Yeah,
give me the Seahawks +6.
I like that.
Yeah, I can't hate that. I mean, you also probably thought. I mean, you thought the Lions were a little disrespected too, right?
Yeah, they were.
But yeah, so I do like the Vikings +4, low key. I don't know why. I just think Atlanta just sucks ass. But I like the commies against the Pats +3, even better. So give me that all day. Like the Pats, oh my, what do they do? They do nothing. They don't score any fucking.
Hey, Patriots, what do you do here?
Yeah. What are they doing?
He's a copy guy. He's just a copy guy.
It's just crazy. So commies can, I mean, Hal had fucking 4 tutties last week. He had a pick that kind of ruined the game a little bit, but 4 tutties. That man can throw the ball. Pats, decent. They're pretty good defense, but I don't think that offense can hold up. Give me that +3 all day.
I really like
Commies
that.
are like a bad. They're not a bad team. They did ship Sweat to the Bears. Go Bears.
And Chase Young.
Finally have a D lineman and yeah, and Chase Young they shipped. But they still got those 2 dogs in Allen and
Deron Payne.
yeah, Payne. Sorry. But yeah, so it is what it is. Give me that +3. It don't matter.
I've been loving the commies in that +3 to like +1 range. Like anytime they're a dog in that close game, I'm like, I don't know, man. They're
Yeah.
they're
Scrappy from behind.
and they remind me kind of that Kirk Cousins Vikings team not the same level, of course, because the Vikings went 13-3 last year, but like and the fact that those Vikings had any game that was close, it kind of went their way. Maybe not in a win sense, but I feel like in a cover sense, Washington's similar. So I like that.
Yeah. And last time they got fucking washed. I bet them to have a little comeback and it worked. So I'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Speaking of kind of keeping it going, I don't know if I advise this strategy, but might have found a little luck with fading the Chiefs. But I think the Dolphins are going to win outright in Frankfurt Sunday morning. So I'll go ahead and take that Dolphins +2. I think with Jalen Ramsey back there, Dolphins getting a little healthy, gives their defense a pep. And then, I mean, they're just so fast and so fun to watch on offense. It's so hard to stop them. You got Tyreek going and you got Waddle going. Tyreek's talking shit I saw already. And, just good vibes there with the Dolphins. I like that, they got to Germany like earlier this week. I think the Chiefs are doing some of the the Bills getting there late, a little sleepy first half we've seen there. So yeah, give me the Dolphins. I think they win this game outright.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a German version of the under. Der Wander. Der Wunder.
Wundergarten.
Wunder. Yeah, so I mean I like that a lot. That one scares me, but if I'm playing either side, the way that the Chiefs have been looking, they are just not. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they're a little off, man. I mean, they have a couple of those 40-point explosion games. They got the Bears and some other, but then they've had kind of 2 stinkers against Denver. That's some weird ones.
Yeah, I agree. I like that a lot. What do we got next? Overs. Sean, where are you going with your over, man?
So, yeah, Stafford isn't playing, is he? because I honestly wanted to kind of go. I know it sounds crazy, but I wanted to just go maybe get right game for Green Bay. A little bit of explosion, but I don't think the Rams will be able to hold up their end of the bargain. And honestly, the Packers probably won't be able to hold up their end of the bargain
Yeah.
too. There's a reason it's at 38.5. So I'll actually go to, I mean, we already talked about this game. I won't spend too much on it, but give me the over in Washington, New England. I think Washington can score a lot of points. Twice against the Eagles, they've scored, 31 points. How can certainly push the ball down the field. They might, they're two better players on defense are not there this week. So I think New England will find a little bit more offensive success. So I'll take the over.
I like that.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, no, exactly. But you guys, you guys were talking about the under and what the German under would be.
Yeah, Demunda.
Yeah. I'm looking more at what the over is going to be, and that's the Frankfurt over. And give me 51. I don't give a shit. I don't care if they're jet lagged or anything. Miami is going to put up those fucking points, and Kansas City can damn well put up points as well. I fucking love it. I agree. I think Miami is going to fucking win. I love that +2. I had it written down as well. But give me that all day. I don't give a shit. I don't care for jet lag.
Max, I was too scared to touch it, so good for you. Also, I don't think I can share my screen, but I looked up what is over in German, and it's Uber.
Uber.
Max calling the Uber.
Yeah, Max calling the
Uber.
I like it. I love it. I love it. I know. I'm trying to I was looking up. I was like, all right, what teams are over teams? And you look at the list, and it's not what you would think. I'm looking at overs. Obviously you got Miami, you got San Fran, Dallas, Cleveland, and Arizona as some of the top over teams, which when you think about it, you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Granted, you got to factor in offense and defense.
Yeah.
But that being said, I do think the Arizona Cardinals, Cleveland Browns over. I think it's going to be an ugly game, but sometimes when there's ugly games, there's ugly touchdowns, there's pick sixes, there's fumbles. Is it Kyler Murray? Is Kyler Murray starting for the Cardinals?
No. He's they say he's in line next week, but no, this is Clayton Tune.
Yeah.
Houston's own.
Yeah. So let him sling it around. Just give me an ugly ass over. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's see how that goes. Sometimes there's ones in the NFL that are just too low. It could be a 20-13 under, but I don't really trust a whole lot right now. I don't trust myself, if I'll be honest with you guys. I'm kind of looking at things and then just fading myself. It's ooh, the Ravens should cover 6, but they won't, so let's fade it. So with that, now getting into the under market. Oh God, there's so many good unders that I really, really like. That being said, I know Sean, you said you took the Washington New England over. Or you were talking about maybe the Rams Packers over. I'm gonna go with the Rams Packers under. I know my team. I know they stink, and I don't have enough time tonight to go on a rant, but at the same time, it'll be warranted next week, the week after that, and until the season ends. So, Green Bay, LA, it doesn't matter who's QB, they all stink. Everyone stinks. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm learning to accept shitty football, and it's very hard. Very, very hard.
Yeah, welcome.
It sucks, dude. It just fucking used to go into a game so excited. Just what if we just reel off 3 touchdowns in a row in a quarter, and now you're just what if we scored 2 touchdowns in a game? How nuts would that be?
What if we scored a point in the first half and
oh my dude,
fourth quarter?
You and me both, brother. Holy shit! Why do our teams just what do they what do they do in practice? None of those 2 teams can score at anything in the first half.
No,
Absolutely
makes
crazy.
no sense. They like average like 18 points or set. The Packers average like 17 points a fourth quarter. They don't average 17 points the first three quarters easily. It's fucking terrible. It's just
Bears are the opposite.
yeah. Bears get like 40 points and then let teams come back in. Packers are like, oh shit, we're down 21. We should start like making it close. Fucking,
Yeah. Oh, we called a timeout. Oh no, sorry. Or what was it? He kicked the field goal, not a timeout.
I don't even remember.
But yeah, like that. Is that me now? That is me for the under.
Yeah,
Sam, Steelers 2 points a game, 2 points average in the first quarter. Green Bay 1.9 first quarter.
gotta be the two worst teams in football. Gotta be.
What's up?
So that's got to be the worst two teams in football for that.
Technically, there are two less. The Jets and Giants and Tampa Bay's tied.
Oh my god! I mean, that's not good company by any means.
Chicago, a whopping 3.4, already out to a
Ooh.
lead on us.
Oh my goodness, that's sad. That's just sad.
Dallas is in first, actually.
You haven't named the Bears yet, so I like that.
The Bears, no, I said the Bears are 3.4.
I didn't hear that.
That's okay. No,
yeah. I just blocked it out. I was like, I don't want it. But give me Ravens Seahawks at 44. Like you said, Sam, I think Seattle will make it close. I do think Ravens will probably win that, but it's going to be easily a 24 to fucking like 17.
Yep.
And I don't mean to copy you, but I have under Baltimore and Seattle.
All right.
I love it.
Go.
Perfect. All right. I'm kicking her out.
Is that Stella?
Weird little bark.
Still.
I don't know if you heard the ambulances earlier, but they were going crazy for like 3 minutes.
No, we didn't hear him.
Good stuff.
All right, what do we got here? What do we got next?
Props.
Props. All right. Start.
Prop time.
Prop time.
It's like the from pardon the interruption. They go mail time.
Mail time.
Yeah.
That's an all-time like finish your homework, get on the couch, and just turn on that ESPN.
Yeah.
Let Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon fill my sports brain.
Yes. Yeah.
Just throw so much info at me so fast. I loved it.
Tony Reali's the little like stat check guy.
Yeah, the little errors and emissions guy.
I was just Kornheiser at the end. Good night, Canada. Oh, just good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too excited, but I was talking at work today. We can't remember the sports reporters. That was like right before you go to church and you just get like John Saunders and Mike Lupica and Mitch Albom just sitting in suits.
Yep. Lupica and Albom, great writers.
Yeah, good author. Remember Heat by Lupica?
Yep.
I wrote that down for 4 straight summers of my summer reading.
Yeah, travel ball.
Yeah, dude,
summer ball.
I would do that. I would read like his top.
John Feinstein, the one about the kid going to the Final Four.
Yep.
Right.
And then of course, like Tuesdays with Maury is always
Tuesdays with football.
All
right. I think it's my turn to snake on. I'll bring it back here.
Yeah,
you got the
reel us back in.
I'll reel us back in. I'll reel us in with some little just real passes. Like these balls are not even making it back to the line of scrimmage. That's because this athlete takes the ball and does a lot of things with it. Give me Alvin Kamara over 31. I have it sold on DraftKings at 31.5. That feels way too low for a guy who's, I think, almost getting 50 receiving yards a game. It's not a Bears play or anything like that. It's just strictly Alvin Kamara gets like 7 targets a game, and if he catches 5 of them, I think he'll pop off for at least over 31 yards.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, no, easily.
Yeah.
I mean, sweats. I mean, it's not like there's still
FanDuel. It's at like 37. So
Oh, yeah, well, DraftKings it is.
Yep, yeah. Yeah.
I like that a lot, even though as a Bear fan.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
you win
and
that
also
game.
like fucking Saints -8.5, dude. We're poopy. Why is that ad? All right. My prop, because they're starting a rookie from BYU, I'm gonna go Alexander Madison, 40.5 rushing yards over. It is -120, so that is that's right at our border, but um still I'm gonna put some good money on that, honestly. I think he can easily get past 60 with like a tutty. I know they got a couple backs, but he's the main guy and he'll easily get 41.
I think it's fair.
He
Yeah.
ain't gonna throw much.
I like it.
They have studs. They ain't
Yeah.
gonna be throwing too much.
Like that. I will go with the guy who just stinks. He just I feel kind of bad because he's not really getting a fair shake, but to Max's point, this one's a little juicier, but it's within the realm. Um, I wanted to go elsewhere, but the odds are too. So Josh Allen interception odds for this weekend is -160. I really wanted to play that. I think that's crazy that it's -160, but he will probably throw a pick because he does a lot. Give me Aiden O'Connell, INT against the Giants. I hope the Giants secondary can catch a ball. I think that's the harder part of this bet. Like I feel like O'Connell will give some opportunities and probably won't let those go. But Aiden O'Connell -130 on a pick. I've been rolling on the INTs. I just parlay them within a couple other props, and that's what's kind of hurt me. But it's a good one. Tyson Badgett. Also, I know your guy, Max. I mean, like, if we're looking at parlay sake, like Josh Allen, Aiden O'Connell, and Tyson Badgett plus 360 for each of them to throw a pick in a parlay.
Take out Allen, what is it?
Take out Allen and just do O'Connell and Badgett plus 183.
That's
So,
still not bad and a little safer, You
yeah.
never know. But
Yeah.
those two, probably definitely.
Yeah. I mean, Minshew's -105, which I also like just because he's a gunslinger. But yeah, give me Aiden O'Connell, INT. I don't even think. Yeah, that was my turn, right? Was it my turn, or did I skip you, Max? Oh,
And all right, I'll put mine in. You're good.
Yeah,
Oh,
you didn't write Max's in.
okay.
Very
Sorry.
mean of you.
All right. I was gonna say, I was like, fuck. All right. And with the touchdown parlay, and I guess I should lead off because I'm the only motherfucker that didn't get it last week. So I let the squad down. But that being said, I'm trying to find the odds real quick. Hold on. I don't know. I mean, we talk about touchdowns in the Miami KC game. We talk about overs. I think that there is going to be some points, and I think that Raheem Mostert will probably get a carry or two pretty close. -115. I'm not going to overthink it. Give me Mostert -115 on the tut.
Yeah, that feels pretty good.
Yeah,
You fucking bitch.
yeah. Hey, I'm trying to help you diversify your portfolio here. Can't have too much overs.
Yeah, no. That's the only tutty I had written down. So Sean, do your thing.
All right, sure. I'll stall. I'm gonna go with a guy who has 4 touchdowns in his last 2 games, and though Max and I already agreed we don't think there's going to be a lot of points. There will be some points in this game, and I'm going to Baltimore with Gus Edwards. I feel like he's kind of taken the ball and run with it. Kind of no pun intended there in terms of the leader in the running back room, and I think it's going to be a difficult game. Seattle's defense is pretty good, and so I don't foresee like a long passing touchdown, and they kind of just have to methodically work their way down the field. It ends up with just a nice Edwards 4-yard, 3-yard, goal line run there for a touchdown. I believe that might be plus money too. So add a little
15.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Give us a little
stick with
higher
that
yield.
Yeah, we need it. We need it.
No, I'm gonna stick with that plus 115 though, and give me DeAndre Swift against the Cowboys. I thought about that Jalen Hurts. I was like, I don't know. Last time they did that little sweep around. They did the fake push and had Swift run in. They are slowly kind of weaning off that Jalen Hurts tutty wise on the goal line. But I think Swift can easily get one, even if they're 20 yards out and just run one in. So all day. Plus 764.
Yep. So yeah, you parlay all three of those, you get plus 764 Swift, Gus Edwards, and Mr. Raheem Mostert. It is a running back heavy parlay. I think we finally are coming to our senses. Guys who are going to get the goal line plays. DeAndre Swift can sneak out some crazy runs though. Gus Edwards is the guy. You think Lamar's going to get a little drop, a little read option, and then Gus Edwards is bowling over 3 guys and a 9-yard rush. So I like where we're at. Let's get this one in there. Any other? Yep, go.
Yeah, no, I want to piggyback on a little tutty thing. For those who use DraftKings, they've been doing a little squad ride, like a tutty boost. And out of I think 5 or 6 times I've taken it, it only hasn't hit once. So
yeah, they usually pick him like a pretty good dude.
It's only.
I know. I don't do it either. I'm like, they know.
No, dude. I think the only one that hasn't, I think it was I'm not gonna try to remember. But seriously, if you see it, I take it. Usually they only give me $10 to put it on, but again, that's mostly free money. I mean, 4 times out of 5, it's gonna hit. So I like that. Just keep an eye out if you use DraftKings.
Yeah, I like that.
Why wouldn't you use DraftKings? No sponsor or anything.
Oh, that's my only favorite. They should sponsor.
That's the only one I really am using.
I'm one of those unfortunate. I have no money in DraftKings and all the money in FanDuel, but I don't really want to transfer.
Yeah, it's basically just money, just ride it out. I guess I'll just keep winning.
It was important. I kept winning in one and losing in the other. Yet I wish it was the opposite way.
Hey, I hear that.
Keep making money in this one book.
That's how it works, man. That's how it works.
I probably will wait till Monday. I'm probably gonna end up just picking the Jets to outright win. There's something
I agree
going on. I don't know, man. Something just kind of weird.
Chargers stink.
The weird spirits they got that are all in their favor. Especially after the Chargers, they got a nice kind of on prime time. They, put a bunch of points up, won by a few touchdowns last week. They're a fallback on their face.
Dude, 100%. They haven't looked good. Yeah. Yep. I completely agree there.
It could have been close at the end of the half if that Bears wide receiver didn't just trip over himself and caught them. Who was that? That Velus Jones? I don't even know who.
Yep, it was Velus.
That could have, maybe the game goes a little bit differently.
Yeah.
How's that? The man can't even catch a punt. How are we gonna fucking throw him out there for that shit? Sucks, but is what it is.
Yeah,
is what it is.
I forgot about that for a second. Thanks, Sean.
Next. Sorry, I have to watch. I have to put on my clown makeup and watch my silly clowns play tonight. So
I was gonna say, is Velus Jones still on the rookie contract? Because they couldn't. There's no way they re-sign him, right?
Dude, he's soft.
He's only in his second year.
This is his second.
And he's done that much to. Okay.
You're I feel like I've heard his name so many times.
Well, it's like you don't hear about his positives, and normally in football you do, and then he's just
one positive. We've thrown him in the backfield a few times, kind of like a Cordero. He's way smaller than Cordero.
There's like a
That has worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run that. So he just can't catch. I don't. We're definitely probably
Important.
won't resign him. It's changed, but that's about all I got.
Let me
I
just
gotta double check the fantasy lineups too. It sucks, dude. I went way overboard. I got 4 NFL fantasy teams and then 2 college fantasy teams, and it's just
Ooh, I haven't looked at the college one.
crazy.
My team stinks. My teams always stink. I finally got a win in my
Team's
one.
great.
I was 0-7 in a league, averaged like 110 points a game, and didn't win a game. I don't know how you average over 100 points a game and you don't win a game, but you do sometimes. I'm just looking at the games that we didn't even talk about, if there's any. It's basically Bears, Saints, Rams, Packers, but I already gave my spiel. Any takes on the Colts Panthers game and the Bears Saints? Those were the 2 games that we didn't really mention. If not, that's totally cool.
I think that Saints defense is gonna shut Badgett down a pretty good bit.
Under
Hopefully we can get a
41.
run game.
Under 41 sounds safe.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I don't. It's not like I don't care. It's just I have no hope. I thought we could actually pull one out last Sunday, and we just shit the bed. So
Yeah. I mean,
it's what it is.
at least all
That was
3 of
their
us are in this boat. I have involuntarily joined you guys in this, and it's all because Aaron Rodgers left and Jordan Love stinks and LaFleur stinks, and so I'm gonna have to find a way to enjoy my Sundays. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna learn, and it'll be okay.
He just got very
I do during the Packers' normal wins and games, so it's gonna be.
Oh, if Steelers win by more than 7 tonight, I want to be all the fucking way back. They'll be sitting at 5-3, and then they have the Packers coming up. Oh my gosh, that stinky team.
Oh, good. Yeah, I might have to make a trip up there and watch
Yeah.
those teams play. I
yeah.
don't have any plans for the next couple weeks. I have one wedding on a couple weekends from now. Other than that, not the same weekend though. We'll figure it out. Anything else
Figure
before?
out. I might have to be somewhere else, but I'll talk with that to you offline.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Hey, good luck to your Steelers, Sean.
Thank you.
Definitely looking at the under.
Derek Lewis.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, UFC. Anything?
That's it. No, that's all I want to say. Just Derek Lewis money line. It's like plus 300. Fucking who fucking cares?
Yeah, he's fun as shit, dude.
Black Beast, baby.
Plus 370.
That's his nickname. Don't cancel me. His nickname's the Black Beast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm fucking ready for some Thursday night unders.
Hey, you got some Duke Wake Forest to wet the
excited.
beak,
I already
wet the beak a little bit, but
Yeah.
all right,
Oh.
fellas. Hey,
yeah.
play Renegade, live
Yeah.
fast, take chances. Here we go.
Love it.
Let's go. Go
Thanks.
Steelers.
Go Steelers, Max.